There it is. You should have seen my previous setup. You can't even see my real setup right now, but the previous one was quite precarious. A box and a water bottle do not hold a cell phone very well. So it goes, he says with a groan. Welcome back. I am going to stop this disco ball from moving. Sorry it's been such a long time. I am here again for your viewing pleasure. You know what I'm realizing? Yeah, nothing. I'm not realizing anything. This is all appropriate. I have 45 minutes before a shift at the cafe and a 21 minute and 58 second video for you, catching you up to something like where we were before, or from where we were before to basically the roof. So I'm just going to start the video and then I can narrate over the top of that. Last time we left off, we just finished concreting the holes in the floor that we'd made. You can still see a hole there distant. That's where the utilities is going to come in, right behind Oli's butt. And then using those concrete spots at center, we've placed the posts, or the post bases, forgive me. Right now we're leveling in order to figure out where we're going to put our floor. The house has a sort of checkerboard pattern. Just picture 4 squares on a checkerboard. 2 of those squares are raised and 2 are lowered. The way we've designed it is we are going to scribe these pressure treated boards to the rather unlevel ground, and then we will hang the floor off of them. So distant on the far wall, you can see hangers along the base. There'll be 2x6s that run vertically on that wall, as in vertically is north to south from where we are right now, towards the window and towards you and me. And then once those are hung, we can, sorry, I got lost in that transition watching me waffle around. Yes. So currently scribing the sort of framework for the 2x6s. Difficulties in regards to this. The floor being unlevel means that we have to fit each board on the bottom to the ground. Easiest way that we found to do that, or that I've learned to do that, is to put the board on the ground, put a screw, or rather a washer or a set of washers that allow your pencil to be up high, and then to draw a line along the bottom of the board. That line will match the actual grade of the ground, and then you can cut that line, which will be not straight, but it'll essentially turn it into a puzzle piece that matches the puzzle piece of the ground. Man, this is so long ago. I have facial hair now because I'm not really letting myself cut my hair until I get inspections. Alyssa here is preparing to place hangers on this scribed board. The hangers will hold this left side where she is right now is going to be a walkway and sort of utility cube, and on the right side there is going to be our entrance. So hanging these hangers, they will have matching 2x6s on the other side of the house to our left currently. So these boards will run across, the other boards will run north-south like this. And then the only reason we're doing this is, one, to save on lumber, but also we're going to run our piping down this. So rather than dig down and place our piping underneath the concrete, we will place our piping underneath the floating floor. And because the water is coming in from the left side of this screen right now to the right, we want it to flow downhill. And fortunately, the concrete of the garage, as it was before we got here, was sloped that way. So we can kind of just run our waste plumbing down. So right now we're flooring the kitchen. This will be the kitchen. That door at the top will disappear and be repurposed elsewhere. And then now on here is our utility cube / the walkway towards the living room. We are cutting in what is essentially the living room and hanging each piece so that you can kind of get a picture of this. Now, this was all fun and games, but we also have to take all this out too, because we still have to add a whole second floor. And if we left all this wood here, we would not be able to move around the house very easily. You might get an image or two of us trying to hop over everything. It's annoying as hell. And so we didn't set any of these boards in place. There's my dad. He showed up his first day on the job, and I think he's showed up a couple days. That's his brother, Oli. He is older brother. This is kind of the start of adding second floor, and so you'll see us remove all of these 2x6s. We labeled them so that hopefully we can put them all back in place, though on roofing day, which will be in a subsequent video, all of our lumber got kind of mixed up. So, note to self, half of the job of construction is actually organization of materials and continued maintenance of that organization, which is why you'll see so much sweeping and so much pile maintenance, though that's also just the compulsive nature of a certain portion of my family. Yes. So what are we planning to do here? We're cleaning up in order to make space for second floor. In order to put the second floor in, we're going to put rim joists all along the upper edge so that we can essentially do what we just did with the lower floor, which is hang eye joists, which are like bigger. They're not 2x6s. They're bigger boards. You'll see them. They look like big eyes. They're 11 to 14 inches, something like that. Ours are like 12-inch eye joists, roughly. And you can see already that the video skipped some time, but that rim joist has been installed above the door, and those hangers are being placed there. There's also a big post sitting on those sawhorses right there, and that big post is essentially going to be the middle support for everything that has to do with the house. It's an 8x8. We were, by design, it's supposed to be a 6x6 according to the engineers, but we had a scrap piece, and a piece of wood like that is going to run you, we probably maybe $250 for that 8 feet. You can't see it, but because of video footage / camera maintenance has taken second priority to the actual construction work, probably appropriate. But we're drilling holes in it in order to throw a big old nut and bolt through the post base that we installed in the first video. So those are a pain in the ass, mostly because it's hard to drill a straight hole, especially through 8 inches. I'm sure there's a lot of innuendo in that, but it's the truth too. Sorry about the leveling, builder's level in front of you. Fascinating tool if you ever get a chance to use one and haven't used one. Love it. Very fun. But anyway, everybody's prepping for putting the LVL in. You can see it went up there. Usually you hang those in doubles. This one's impermanent. Just we needed something up there in order to... I don't know why we actually put it up there that day. Why did we hang that? I think it was just because we had people, and the more we could put up, the better. Mark showing up there to help sweep, but also help place. What are they cleaning up? Oh, stairs. Right. So that's where the stairs are going to head up. Stringers is what the edge of your stairs are called. We'll get back to it. Hard transition. This window's got to go. It's part of the original garage, but it's actually right where the door is going to go to the backyard. So, man, I feel like there's a whole video to do on windows. Taking windows out is pretty easy, but it turns out taking all these studs and everything out is not, because the guy who did the garage did a great job of putting all of his cladding, the wall structure, into his studs. So we ended up with a fair bit of muscle work to get anything off. We've developed a little bit of a technique now that we've taken enough pieces of it out, but take out the header, take out the pieces, and then we ended up just covering this hole, but we needed to take it out in order to put in one of these post supports for another LVL, because the entirety LVL also is just like a laminated beam. It's a composite wood beam that doesn't change shape. It's good for anything that you have to do that's big support and that can't change over time. It's installed there at the far end. You can see the window that we removed. And then the LVL is actually going to run all the way from the north end there, which is technically not the north end. That's the west side of the house. But from that, our north currently, all the way over our heads to where the garage door used to be. Or where the garage door is actually still. We haven't taken the garage door out yet. We're going way back, friends. I'm sorry, it's been months since I did any narration on this project, but this is us taking the garage door out. We're not going to have a garage door. The entrance to the house will actually be over there on the left, in the space there. Again, we're in the utility cube / wall entrance area, and we'll just wall this off. There's our dumpster, and you can see Oli's stairwell has built up significantly on the left side, which was such a amazing experience to have that thing build up. It's so solid and so fun to have what was essentially not space that you had regular access to become space that you had regular access to, even though we weren't going anywhere with it. It was cool. It was like a third, you're going into another dimension essentially. And then I put this garage door up for sale after we hired Bailey's garage door specialist to come in and take off the coils, unpacked it, kept this video in case they needed it, but it was a $1,200 door that I just turned around and sold for $600 cash, which that $600 then went straight to our electrician for helping with some video footage that we'll never see, or some work that we'll never see, which is when we changed out the electricity to the entire property. We took out our old 220 amp service and installed a 320 amp service, which required electrical inspection and Xcel Energy, and we had a pro electrician come in and watch us, help us rip big cables out of a box and then turn the power off and turn the power on, and it all worked, which is great, because if it didn't, we didn't have water or anything for 10 people. So garage door down, pole barn in the distance, cats everywhere. Again, more organization. We're trying to reuse as much stuff as possible because our budget is slim. We have $100,000 for this project on a loan, and our budget as estimated by Brian, who's a good estimator, is $110,000. So we have to find a way to come up with $10,000 while we're doing this. Not just $10,000 that we work for, because we're doing this work, so we can't work as much. Fritz, cousin, and Mark, basically pre-framing for the wall that will go in here. They'll just tarp this at the end of their work because the open space was super useful for moving lumber in. A lot of the work that's about to happen is most of the woodwork that we're doing, building out the second floor. And the reason we need the second floor, or the reason we put in the second floor at this point, is because we wanted something to stand on in order to take the roof on and put the roof back up. Because when we put the roof on, it has a 20-foot point at its apex, and doing that all on ladders with just manual labor and no boom crane or anything like that would be a sketchy situation, to say the least. So this is the LVL install on those big long beams, the one that's going to run the length of the house. We are gluing those together. Oli had put them up there and then forgot that we needed to glue and nail them. They would have been impossible to double stack. You use two of them and you basically nail them together to create a massive support beam. But they're heavy as hell. I mean, these are, I think, like 16 or 18 foot lengths, 20 foot lengths. And that means they weigh, 250, 300 pounds, something like that, which is, maybe it's not that much, but it's pretty damn close to that much, maybe 200 pounds. And there are 3 of them, and they run the length of a 30-foot stretch. So you'd need, 4 people, which we just actively don't have. It's usually just 2 of us, whether it's me or me and Oli, me and Mark, me and Alyssa, or a lot of times it's just me, like right now. I went and bought these LVLs at, this is the first LVL purchases I've had to make at Valley Lumber. And that's like $500 worth of material right there. Again, you pair it against a slowly shrinking loan and it means something. But I'm double stacking them and cutting them to length. And then these will be additional sidewalls to the second floor that will support the stairwell. Because the stairwell is an opening, that means you can't really, you have to frame around it. You have to frame it out. Essentially, you can't just let it float in space. So nature of the beast. Here you can see the I-joists have been installed where those hangers were. Sorry, I didn't get any footage of that, but it's pretty straightforward stuff. It's a lot of fun to watch those things go in, but we're still doing it here on the right. Installing first an LVL, which is going to frame out. This is where the stairs are going to come up, and then they're going to angle towards the second floor that's kind of above our heads right now. And the I-joists just kind of hang, just like the 2x6s did. A little bit more difficult to cut because they have that strange shape, and you can see that we're starting to work at night a lot more, mostly because we're also working a lot more. And so you just use whatever time you got. But Alyssa came in and helped. And this space, we're right now going after the LVL frame to frame out the outside of the stairwell opening. You can kind of see on the left edge of that rim joist up at the where I'm going right now is one of those pockets, and that's where the LVL is going to sit and frame it out. that's installed now. But needs to be doubled up. And then Alyssa came to help me, and then you'll see we do the same thing that I did with Oli, which is glue off that LVL and nail the shit out of it. Smack it with some hammers to squeeze it tight so that you don't have any gaps, and so that your wood sits nicely and flushes up. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side of the same stairwell. But you have to install one thing to install another thing to install another thing. Lot of talking. There's a lot of talking that goes on. A lot of, as the space develops, you start to see things that you didn't see before. You can change things because even though it's planned out, variations in the space will encourage you to think differently about it. Light will come in a new way that allows you to decide that maybe this room isn't that room. Maybe do we want this walled off? And this is the time to do that kind of talking rather than bum rushing ahead, just putting wood up and then having to cut it out again. So these two frame out the gap. You can see where the stairs start and where the stairs end has been framed out, and then we'll put another LVL that'll sit from the post, which is right where, I guess we're flipping around. It's been installed now. So right now we're framing out towards the stairs. There's an LVL, and then the stringer will go right up into that gap. That's essentially the upstairs floor. There's small details being put in as we install I-joists wherever you see hangers. And then we're going to start putting plywood on top of that. And try to develop a couple functional tools for installing plywood, because we have about 2.5-3 feet of space up there. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of footage of what it was like to install the flooring on top, because the trusses of the roof, which used to form the ceiling of the garage, were very low compared to where we were. This is me trying to build out a little push post so that we can move the plywood into place, because you have to glue the plywood down so it doesn't squeak, but you also have to get it into the exact place that it needs to be. And if you just glue it, here we are up above, you can see that it's pretty tight quarters. Everybody's kind of creepy crawling along, and it's open spaces. But all that has to be glued, and if you glue it down, or if you put glue on there and then you try and slide your plywood, then all of a sudden all your glue just gets everywhere. And it's not so much that ruins anything. It's just it messes everything up, which can be your clothes. It can be future pieces that you're installing, and it's just like getting glue on anything at all. It sucks. The more I can avoid getting sticky things on me, the better. Just generic wisdom from a man who's now 40. Black screen, big business. Sorry for the rush. I do have to go work, but I probably have another, the work that you're seeing is, probably dated by 2 months now. So I've got another set of videos worked up for the roof, which is super fun. Wasn't super fun at all, but the video footage is super fun, and seeing it change is awesome. And then we get into kind of what it all looks like now. But happy February. It's 50 degrees here in Colorado, which is absurd. So I really should be outside working, but I figured video has been long outstanding and I don't have enough time to go move lumber right now. So instead, it's you, it's me, it's us. We're here. Let's do this.